Gogan, what's next for you? You just got here. We're in Orlando. We're in Central Florida. MLW did TV tapings, Fusion, MLW Fusion on beIN Sports. You made your presence known. What was it like being out there in front of that crowd and everything that was going on?
There's always. It doesn't matter if it's the gymnasium across town and there's 30 people, or it's 5,000 people, or if it's TV. There's always that nervous, moment before you go out, and I don't think I ever want to lose that, because I think if I ever do, then I don't love it anymore. But it was another day at the office. I knew what I had to do, and it felt great. After it was over, I just smiled, because I knew I had achieved that next step in this journey for myself. And so I'm definitely on a high right now, knowing what's coming, looking forward to the future, looking forward to the things that this company is going to help me do, and that I'm going to be able to help them, and help them grow. And so that's a great feeling.
beIN Sports, MLW Fusion. Will this be your first time on national television?
Yeah, this will be the first time on national television. So
what's it going to be like for family and friends to see you and on?
Well, if they ask me one more time when it starts, they're excited. Everybody's excited. It's like I said earlier, it's a culmination of a dream that, for the most part, when most guys start doing this, I think people probably look at them and kind of laugh, and they're, how are you, that's dumb, and they don't get it. But then when this happens, when a moment like this comes, and all of those people, and all of those friends and family, they stop and they're like, oh wow, like he did it, and so it's a great moment, it's a great feeling, and of course it's a proud moment for family, that they see you achieve your dreams.
Did you have aspirations when you were young of playing in the NFL?
Of course, yeah, playing football, that was, it's always whatever I'm doing is whatever is the top, what's the top, and that's just my mindset, if I was playing football, then okay, well, I want to play in the NFL. That's the top spot. What's the top? And that's just the way I'm driven, and whatever I'm doing. If I'm going to work at a store, I want to be the manager, or I want to be the district manager, or I want to own the place. Like there's always the next step, and that's kind of the way I look at everything. Even with this, like as soon as I knew it was a done thing, and I was like, all right, what's next? Now I got to start looking for the next step. So I think that's important in anything you're doing. You gotta be looking for the next step. Like what's my next step in this? Because once you stop, then you're not growing anymore.
You're continuing to grow. And speaking of that growth, you're about 6'10".
Yeah, I think I'm done growing that way.
So there you go, solid muscle. Physically okay. But so I'm guessing you were not a kicker in high school.
No, not a kicker. I was a defensive lineman, and then. I actually wasn't, when I wrestled, I was only 235. I actually dropped a lot of weight to do wrestling in college, at the collegiate level. And then, obviously I've put that weight back on. But yeah, no, I've always been a big kid. Graduating high school, I was 6'5", I weighed 315 pounds, so I was a little, but yeah, I maintained and did what I needed to do for what I was doing at the time, and obviously now in professional wrestling, I want to be, as ferocious of a presence as I can be, and that's what I'm doing. So, how
good were you at amateur wrestling?
I was decent at best.
Did you make state?
I did. I did 1 year. College, I was not so good in college. Like I said, I loved it, but I think my height was a disadvantage in wrestling. A lot of people, when I tell them I wrestled collegiately, they kind of take it, think, whoa, you wrestle, you're so tall.
Right, because you don't see too many amateur wrestlers.
The only good part was with the height, I rarely got pinned because there was no way to get one side of me down. So I was definitely a scrapper, if nothing else. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that time. It was a great experience, and just I've maintained a lot of those workouts, through the years, which has helped me maintain my body and also transition right into professional wrestling.
Yeah, I think having that amateur background lends itself
Absolutely.
with professional ranks
Yeah.
and all. MMA. Did you ever consider MMA?
Always a thought in my head. I took some boxing classes in my hometown, and it was never really there. It's not something. I don't think I ever want to have a real fight. I wouldn't mind doing it, training, but I don't have there's no desire there to actually go and have a fight. But yeah, no, it's just not for me.
Pro wrestling is your thing.
Pro wrestling's my thing.
And that's what you want to do, and you're doing it. Gogan, thank you for the time. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you.